For those of you wondering who the heck I am, I'll introduce myself. I'm Brian by Walk, a friend of Lauren and Jake's, and I got an excited phone call from Lauren asking me if I could marry them because I was the captain of a boat. It's a 25-foot sailboat that's older than I am, and that's when I realized law school must not be anywhere near the medical school. Regardless, a trip to the World Wide Web, and a few forums later, and here we are in the Place d'Armes, once serving as an arsenal. A place renamed in 1815 for a victorious General Jackson, and in 1873 the site of the Battle of Jackson Square. We stand here in a place born of conflict that at the turn of the century became a gathering place for artists to discuss beauty and harmony. We stand in a place where history surrounds us. The final version of Louisiana Purchase was signed in that building. And now we stand here to witness Jake and Lauren make a little more history. I must now ask them to publicly declare their intents, and if they come of their own free will. Jake, you of your own free will, and with the intent of being faithful in marriage to Lauren as long as you shall live?
I do.
And Lauren, do you come to this union of your own free will, and with the intent of being faithful in marriage to Jake as long as you shall live? Throughout my conversations with Lauren and Jake, they have said they want two things out of their wedding day. A chance to celebrate the happiest day of their lives with their closest friends and family, and of course, a great reception or after party. Knowing Lauren and Jake, as I'm sure you all do, it is without a doubt going to be a great reception. I hear there's even talk of an after party. Kids these days, I tell you. For now, though, I'd like to take a second to reflect on their first wish. As I said, for Lauren and Jake, this day is about friends, family, and relationships. Every single person here today represents a very important part of the life Jake and Lauren are about to begin together. You have all been asked to join here because you have stood by them, some of you since childhood, some through the trials and tribulations of high school, or as what they call the awkward years, which I think we got a glimpse of last night at the video at the reception, or the rehearsal dinner. It is with you that Lauren and Jake individually grew up, moved out of their childhood homes, and established themselves as the adults they are today, ready to begin a new journey together. It took them from growing up wanting to be a doctor and an FBI agent, to being a doctor, and being a doctor who still wants to be an FBI agent. Each one of you has had an important impact on both who they are as individuals, and more importantly today, who they are as a couple. And so as much as this day is about them, it is also about all of you. You will undoubtedly be the first phone calls after news, good or bad. You will be asked to support them through all the experiences they have yet to encounter. Lauren and Jake have asked a close friend and schoolmate, Aaron Dawes, to give a reading.
Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all of those conversations that began with when we're married and continued with I will and you will and we will, all of those late night walks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real processes of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold in life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For after today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Lauren and Jake each prepared their own vows in addition to traditional vows they'll be exchanging. So Lauren.
You're my best friend. You're an unbelievably warm, genuine, and an overall inspiring person. Though it may be cliche, I've only been a better person since meeting you, and I'm so looking forward to spending every single day the rest of my life with you.
A little tucked away here. So, Lauren, throughout our relationship, I've gotten to know what an amazing person you are. I love how much you care about your family and friends, your sense of humor, and at the end of the day, like, how much we laugh with each other. For me, marriage is getting to spend the rest of your life with your best friend. With you, it's exactly that. You're my best friend, and I promise to cherish that every day.
I remind Lauren and Jake that they are performing an act of complete faith, each in the other, and must take to heart these words and keep them there forever. Now, Jake, repeat after me. I, Jacob Elliott, take you, Lauren, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
Take you, Lauren, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I promise from this day forward to be your faithful husband. For better or worse. For richer or poor. In sickness and in health. To love and to cherish. Until death do us part. I, Lauren Ray. Take you, Jake, to be my lawfully wedded husband. I promise from this day forward to be your faithful wife. For better or worse. For richer or poor. In sickness and in health. To love and to cherish. Until death do us part. It's getting pretty real, guys. This is perhaps my favorite part of a wedding. The exchange of rings to symbolize each other's commitment. A marriage is more than just a relationship. It is an intimacy bound to a tradition that predates recorded history. And although you can tell me when you fell in love or when you got married, it is hard to tell when intimacy began. It is like a path waiting to be walked down. It always existed. And like a wedding ring, it has no beginning and no end. Jake, take this ring, place it on Lauren's finger, and say to her these words. I began my life with you today. Knowing that we have developed a trust and commitment. That is strong enough to last through good times and bad. With this ring, I offer you my hand, my heart, and my soul. As I know they will be safe with you. Lauren, take this ring, place it on Jake's finger, and say these words. I began my life with you today. Knowing that we have developed a trust and commitment. That is strong enough to last through good times and bad. With this ring, I offer you my hand, my heart, and my soul. As I know they will be safe with you. It is traditional for the officiant to give some advice to a newly married couple, and I spent some time reflecting on marriage. While my being young and unmarried may seem like a disability in this world, I've come to think of it as more appropriate. Most of us do not marry when we are old and wise, but when we are young and foolhardy. A qualification I plan to demonstrate to you at the after party. I was thinking about the couples I do know who've been married for 50 years, wondering what did it take. D.H. Lawrence once wrote, "Go deeper than love, for the soul has such greater depths," and I think he nailed it. Jake, the moment you knew you loved Lauren, and vice versa, came long before the moment you two knew you wanted to get married. And that distance, from love to marriage, must be repeated over and over again to take your marriage from being a tax filing status to a partnership. You decided to join together, and that decision must be held to a standard above any other you will make. And that is what we fundamentally honor here today. Jake and Lauren choosing to get married. They choose to get married on this day and do the other things, not because it is easy, but because it is hard. Because this goal will serve to organize and measure the best of their energies and skills. Because this challenge is one they are willing to accept, one they are unwilling to postpone, and one they intend to win. Lauren and Jake, having witnessed your vows of marriage, with all who are here today, by the authority vested in me in the state of Louisiana, and as captain of the sailing vessel Iris, it is with a great joy that I pronounce you husband and wife. Jake, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to present to you for the first time as husband and wife, Doctors Jake and Lauren Schaff.